Hey, my name is David. I'm a seasoned fitness enthusiast doing the sport since over 17 years. Started classically in the gym, ended up doing high rocks. I have 7 certificates in fitness, mainly in the German-speaking market, 2 times the highest German certification, the fitness trainer A license. And I'm working together with clients offline and online for over 5 years. So here, I want to bring some knowledge out of all these years of coaching and especially my own training. So share my own experience. Today, for you, man, I have the 5 basic supplements I would recommend to everyone and anybody out there who want to take care of his health. That's it, what this stack is in the end. And no matter what sport you do, no matter what age you are, if you want to maintain a basic health in your body and make sure your body is functioning the right way, so you can go to the gym, you can exercise, you can eat like here and there a little bit shit, don't play with the body, I would recommend these 5 things for everyone. So let's go straight in. First one is vitamin D3/K2. The second one is Zinc. Then we have a multivitamin complex. We have the omega-3s, very important, and magnesium, one of the most important all over the sports. And I reckon you have heard of these supplements before, but do you know how they function in the body, what they are for, and why you should be aware in what order you take them or in what combination you take them? So now we go into the supplements itself. So let's go straight in. Vitamin D3 in combination with K2. Let's have first a look at vitamin D. It's actually not a vitamin, it's a hormone, and our body can basically produce it by ourselves with the help of the sun. Right now I'm sitting here in Sweden at my girlfriend's parents' house. There's like 3 hours of sunshine out when we are lucky. So definitely, when you're living in Europe or somewhere in the world where your body doesn't get enough sun, basically you say everybody north of Lisbon in Europe don't get enough sun to maintain his natural vitamin D production. That's why you should focus on vitamin D3. What basically vitamin D does is functioning in your gut and takes phosphates and calcium from your gut and bring it to the body, mainly for bone health. So skin health, but mainly bone health, maintain the bones in our body. That's why people who don't see the sun, they get like these loose bones. That's what happened in the past. Or what happens to prisoners when they don't get sunlight. Like the bones break easily. So number one function of vitamin D is the bone health. Also, it helps us to release serotonin, a hormone in our body, which makes us happy, which makes us smiling and gives us this pleasure. So also for our mood, it's super important. Like if you tend to get depressive in November when the sunlight drops and the days get darker, especially in the northern hemisphere, here vitamin 3 is lacking. So I would recommend everybody and anyone out there to go to a doctor or go on Amazon and make this vitamin D test by yourself and see where your levels are. You should have minimum a level of 20 from this scale of it's 20 to 70, which is recommended. I would recommend more go to 70 and either also to 90. Just be aware like 130 and like the peaks of it, also not too healthy. So also don't over supplement if you don't need it. In combination with the K2, it's super important because a lot of people take the vitamin D3 without the combination of K2. So K2 is like a police officer in your body that tells the vitamin D where it should go. The main problem here is the vitamin D should go to your bones, should help you in the brain to release that serotonin. but it can have negative impacts. And now we're speaking of too much vitamin D, that these calcium and this phosphate go to the liver or the kidneys where you don't want to have them. So basically what the K2 does, it's like helps like a police officer and show the D3, hey, you're needed there. You're needed for the bone health. So go there. So I would highly recommend to always use them together. And the beautiful thing out there are a lot of preparations like this one. It's a complex. I would highly recommend you a complex here. And I prefer drops. So you can drop them in, just take them like this in the mouth, or put them to a glass of water. And one thing to be aware of, especially if you're in Europe, the German government or health organization, for example, they recommend a daily dose of 1,000. The US recommends a daily dose of 20,000. Just have that in mind. If you have low deficiency, maybe you should supplement higher, but I highly recommend, don't listen to me, go to a doctor and see how you can work on this. But if you're doing it in a healthy way and you just know you want to support or even prevent, all supplements are for prevention so you don't get sick, then take vitamin D3 in combination with K2 in a higher level. Let's go to the next supplement, magnesium. And magnesium is like such a weapon when it comes to supplementation, because in our body, magnesium is taking part of 300 enzyme reactions to maintain our body functions in a proper way. That means in basically whatever we do, whatever our body, our cells are doing, we need magnesium to help this whole thing going. And to be really aware of, out there are 13 different magnesium forms, and not all of them do the same thing. And in this video, I don't go on all 13 of it. If you want to know more about it, look into my blog. I have a whole article around it. Otherwise, if you're interested in this topic, I make a whole video on it. Just let me know down in the comments. But now let's look at the 5 most common use forms you find out there in supplement stores, in the pharmacies, or in wherever you find supplements. One of them is magnesium citrate. It's super absorption in the body. Your body takes over 70% of this form of magnesium straight into the body. What it mainly does, it helps the digestion, which means from your gut, get more nutritions to your whole body. But other than that, it doesn't have so much effects on the body. I mean, this is already a lot. But if you look in other forms, for example, what I use at the moment, I have here the magnesium biglycinate, and this is known for a calming effect. So it helps you to sleep because it lowers your cortisol level, it lowers your serotonin peak, it really helps to release melatonin, which helps us to go into deeper states of relaxation. What I mean with that, deeper states of sleep. For example, if you look into Chinese medicine gives the organs a clock. And the clock between 3 to 5 is exactly in the liver. If you have problems and wake up in the liver, it results in high stress level, high cortisol levels. Magnesium is a supplement that can help if you wake up in the night between 3 and 5. You want to learn more about that, just let me know and I make a video on that. But so you know, magnesium biglycinate really helps for sleep. Then we have the next one, magnesium malate, also very commonly. That mainly helps to recover muscle fibers in your body. So after a strong exercise, I would highly recommend magnesium malate. What I would not recommend, if you train in the morning and you take magnesium biglycinate, you get super tired because it falls down in the body. So after training, you should have a magnesium malate, and before sleep, you should have a magnesium biglycinate. The third form is magnesium threonate, which I highly recommend if you want to improve your cognitive ability and your memory, because it's the only form that can cross the barrier between the body and the brain. Like also not a lot of things cross this barrier. So this form can help with brain function, and also helps to reduce stress levels in the brain or boost like concentration and memories. So to make a conclusion on it, 4 of them are really good. So if you look out to buy a magnesium, I would highly recommend to buy a magnesium complex that has at least 3 of the 4 I just mentioned in. So magnesium citrate, magnesium biglycinate or glycinate, magnesium threonate, and the last one is magnesium malate. Let's look at the next one, zinc. Zinc, you have also different forms of zinc, and also they function in a different way in the body. At zinc, it's not so important which combination of zinc you should take in as it is for magnesium. They all do basically the same thing, so just be aware of how you digest them and how you feel after you take them. I would never recommend taking them on the empty stomach. And when you find your right way, like I do with the biglycinate, they all do the same. So they help you to boost your immune system. They are very good for skin health. So if you have like a dry skin or break skin, or like losing hair, or the nails get gross, take zinc, could be a deficiency for it. Also, they restore hormonal balance, especially for us men, very important. They help our testicles to produce more testosterone in a natural way, which gives us more drive, which leads to faster muscle recovery, and we build more muscles, and also we last longer, if you know what I mean. The next one I would recommend anyone out there. It's a basic multivitamin complex. Of course, there's also zinc, magnesium, maybe even vitamin D3 in, but this supplement I would recommend anyone that travels a lot or that is a lot outside and eat outside. It just is like a base storage, and I use it for prevention to help my overall health, to boost my immune system, and just to make sure I can have some nutritional gaps. Otherwise, I have to highly focus on getting all nutrients by my nutrition, which I already do, but let's be honest to each other. How many times do we eat outside, or how many times do we get lazy, no matter how healthy we cook, how healthy our lifestyle is? So if you say, okay, 100% sure, then throw it away. If you want to make sure, and if you want to enjoy life a little bit, this is a very good substitute. Also helps with all the other vitamins, like vitamin A, the B complexes that are also super important, vitamin E, all these little ones where you don't need so much. They're all in. So I just take it, 2 pills of it, and you're done. No worries about it. Super easily. And the last one are omega-3s or fish oil. I would recommend anyone to take the algae oil, not because I'm plant-based, but because it just goes into the fish, and mainly when it goes into the fish, it's a trash product out of the fish industry. So they press all these like fish parts, press the oil out, put it in the capsules, sell it as healthy. Yeah, I get that there are companies out there doing a good job, but you never know. So if you do, please do some research. When you go straight to the algae, then the fish doesn't have to eat the algae, produce the fat in his body, and then press it out of the fish, and then you take it. So just go straight to the algae. That's what I would recommend to anyone. Also doesn't taste so bad. So if you have a partner and you don't want to have these burps or this fish smell, yeah, get rid of the fish oil. Take the algae oil. It's not It's like tastes a little bit of ocean, I would say. So with an omega-3, there are mainly two words you hear a lot when you Google in. It's DHA and EPA. So what are these two and what's important with them? So the ratio with them is important for the function you want to get from it. The EPA mainly supports the heart, means like heart function, helps you to prevent even from heart attacks or getting strokes, and just helps the body, the blood circulation to run smooth through the body and helps the heart. The DHA is mainly connected to the brain, helps with brain function, helps with cognitive abilities, just like be more alert, be more awake, have a better memory and less headaches. So if you have like migraines and stuff, or often tend to headaches, try a higher version of the DHA. The ratio is always like 2 to 1, so there's rarely something out that has like a 1-on-1 ratio. So in the end, you want to make sure, do you need it more for the brain or do you need it more for the heart? If you're unsure with it, speak to a doctor what needs more support. Or what I recommend to my clients, if you are healthy and you don't know, like just buy 1 month, because mainly they last for 1 month, the one with the higher DHA, so ratio 2:1 DHA, to support the brain function. The next month you buy the different ratio, so you buy the ratio 2:1 for EPA to support the heart function, and so you continue and just have like the periodization between both of them. And basically what I just said is also the main function of omega-3. So it helps with brain function, it helps with heart health, and also our eyes and overall skin health, like all of these supplements do. The healthier your body, the healthier your skin is, and the less tired you look. So this was now a very fast and broad overview for all the supplements. If you want to know it in detail to every supplement, go to my blog. I have detailed it out, and there are also suggestions with links to Amazon if you want to buy them, but mainly be aware of what's inside. Look a little bit on the back and read what's actually inside the supplement you buy. And especially with magnesium, be aware of the cheap ones, because the cheaper the price, the more oxide is in. So be aware of that. And with that, I wish you a wonderful day, stay healthy, and see you in my next video. Cheers.